What's up, family? This is Jennings Cowboy coming to you from Family First Sports, where we talk all Dallas Cowboy football. I want to get into the Matt Eberflus press conference and talk about some of the things that he had to say about Mozzie and the defense. I think he was a great hire, a great get, and a lot of people were complaining about how everybody set Mozzie up to lose because you got one coach telling him to gain weight. You got another coach telling him to lose weight. Let me say this about Mozzie. Mozzie has been through 3 defensive coaches, right? Dan Quinn, Mike Zimmer, and now Eberflus, right? Now, I get it. All 3 coaches has 3 different systems. And I think Eberflus' system is compared to Dan Quinn's system a little bit. But I get that people, players are going through these coaches and you never kind of get a feel for what they need because they go through coaches. But you also got to think about this. All 3 of these coaches tried to fix Mozzie in some kind of way. And it doesn't seem to be working. Now, I will say last year, Mozzie looked better than he looked the last couple of years, right? But we got to give these coaches some credit, too. They're trying to fix Mozzie, and everything they do, whatever system they put him in, it seems as it's not working. So Matt Eberflus, he's doing what he thinks Mozzie can do. He wanted Mozzie out of college, right? But he's looking at Mozzie to see if he can possibly, go with what he's going with right now. We won't know that until this year plays out. And I think Mozzie's going to have a great year. But, I mean, we're going to see. We're going to listen to Eberflus right now and to see what he has to say about some of the things about this defense. Let's check this out.
You talk about Mozzie and his development year 3. You got 3 different defensive coordinators and 3 different systems. How is your system going to enable him to maximize the potential?
Yeah, Mozzie's done a really good job picking up our system. It's a little bit different than what he was doing last year. So I think that he likes that. He's embracing that, and he's working to get better at it. The biggest thing I think is learning how to play with leverage, with power, quickness. He's got all the talent that he needs, and once he learns that, it's a day-to-day process, right? You get better every day, you grow, you learn, and he's going through that process right now.
Losing the weight, he's down to 310. Is that optimal for what you want him to do?
Yeah, I think that, our strength staff, H, and the guys do a great job with those guys, pushing them, getting them right with nutrition. And I think we have a wonderful staff there as well. But, it's important that guys, we like, and Will McClay knows this, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is that I know he likes what I like. He likes long, lean, and fast. And we'll try to get the best, each guy that way.
Matt, Todd Archer of ESPN.
Hey, Todd.
Nice to see you again.
How's it going?
Couldn't get my name out. Do we make too much of size when it comes to run defense?
Yeah, I think you need size at certain spots. The double teams happen on the inside, as we know. So you're talking about 600 and plus versus
That was a great
300.
question. Great question.
Those guys do have to be stout inside there to be able to hold and anchor the point inside the middle of your defense. But on the outside, I think that you could have a couple of different body types that can really function well to set edges, to create good edge to the defense in terms of defensive ends. But inside, you do need size.
I think 8 of your 12 years, the last 12 years, you've got a run defense that's been inside the top 10. What is the key right there?
Teamwork. Yeah, teamwork. It's not just the inside guys. It's not just the outside guys. It's everybody. To have an elite run defense, it's going to take everybody. And one of my mentors, and you guys know him well, used to say, "No house guest," Coach Marinelli, and that's true. And that starts with, we'll be a good tackling team when our corners tackle, and that's important because all the schemes nowadays make your corners tackle. So our guys will be a good tackling bunch, and we work on that daily.
John Machota with The Athletic. Speaking to your corners, you obviously have some injuries with Diggs and Revel, and now Keelan Carson. Just what's your concern level with the cornerback position right now?
I always look at that as opportunity first, because you get a chance for the guys that are competing to step up and move into that ones or twos, which they wouldn't normally be if the starters are there. So those guys have great opportunity to show what they can do. Obviously, when you're missing starters, starter types, starter talent, that's always a concern. And but we're doing a good job of working guys in there and really evaluating guys. That's the process we're going through right now in terms of evaluating every single guy as we evaluate our scheme and evaluate the skill sets. So it's a good chance for us to be able to look at other guys.
Let me say this. Kalen Carson, bro, you cannot, this is the worst time for you to be hurt, right? Because last year you got hurt, and before you got hurt, you were looking crazy. You wasn't looking really good. I know you were a rookie last year, and you were getting burnt. You was missing tackles. See, here's the thing about cornerbacks, man. You're gonna get burned as a cornerback. I'm not really that concerned, but you have to also make plays to show that you have some type of potential. He didn't make any plays last year. That's number one. Number two, when you start missing tackles, you were missing tackles last year, Kalen Carson. So if you're gonna get burnt, if you ain't making plays and you missing tackles, that's got bust potential written all over you, bro. And now you hurt again. This is the wrong time for you to get hurt, man. Wrong time. I know you can't help it, but it's the wrong time. And I know, man, it's looking kind of funny with this, man. So I don't know. So hopefully he can get it together, but you ain't looking too hot right now, brother. Let's continue.
In practice, a lot of times when you're calling the defense, DeMarvion Oberschon's been right next to you. What have you kind of learned about DeMarvion? What's he able to kind of get out of you guys being next week?
Yeah, he's super smart. He's got really good, football intelligence, and it's a pleasure to work with him. And we just kind of talk through the play. I give him the play, make him make the calls. What are you seeing there? And then I just give him a nugget or two afterward of, hey, if you see that, this is what you're looking for there, and just trying to help him play faster once he gets back in. And I'm excited to work with him when he gets back. So I know that, once we get our hands on him, we're going to be able to help him in terms of efficiency of movement and taking that talent level and bringing him closer to the football. And I'm excited to work with him.
I'm excited about our linebackers this year. He said he had Overshawn on the sidelines, telling him all the plays. I think Overshawn is a star. I really do. I think he's a star if he can remain on the field. If he can remain on the field, he will be a star in this league. Now, you got Kenneth Murray, right? Kenneth Murray, I think, will have a comeback year. To me, Kenneth Murray has always been a solid player. Coming out of college, he was heralded as one of the best linebackers in college. And then he went to, was it Tennessee and San Diego, right? He played there. And each one of those stints, he had, decent tackle numbers and stuff like that. Some people said he didn't. Sometimes he had misreads, but I always thought he was solid. He's always solid. I think he will flourish under Matt Eberflus because that's what he does. He's a linebacker guy. But Jack Sanborn, that's the guy who I think will change things because he's one of those up and coming players who was on Chicago, and he was filling in. Right? He wasn't drafted really high. He was filling in, and he was getting better and better and better every year until he started playing more last year. And I think he will be the key to this defense next year. Not Kenneth Murray, not Overshawn. It will be Jack Sanborn. Watch now. Watch how Jack Sanborn shine this year. Now let's listen to Eberflus talk a little bit about Jack Sanborn.
Tell us about Jack Sanborn and how big has it been for him?
Yep, good question, Bill. Good to see you. Jack is a really good pro, and he's been with us for a few years now. And man, if you talk about the consummate pro, showing up early, staying late, knowing his stuff, perfecting his technique, being in elite condition. He's been a joy to work with, and Jack makes plays. He's a playmaker, and he had an opportunity to start for us a few times at the last stop we were at, and it's been really good to watch him grow. And I'm more excited about this year for him than anything because he's changed his body. He's done a really good job of adjusting his body, his movement skills, and his efficiency of movement, as I said earlier, have really improved. And he's really getting closer and closer to the ball, and he's making a lot of plays in practice.
Yeah, Jack Sanborn, I think, will have his best year in the NFL and will be I would say, not a star in the NFL. He would be a star in this defense. I really do. I think this guy, he knows the defense better than any linebacker we have. He's played with Matt Eberflus, right? He knows exactly what the schemes are, where to be at, and I think he's going to pull everybody else along the way. And he's athletic. He's an athletic guy. So I'm really looking forward to Jack Sanborn improving his defense and helping his defense become better than we were last year. I really do. And lastly, I want you guys to listen to what he had to say about Will McClay. This is important. Y'all check this out.
Brad Sham, Cowboys Radio 105.3 The Fan. Matt, from the time the staff came together, was there time for you to acquire players that would fit your scheme? This first year, you were having to make the scheme fit the players that you had.
Well, first and foremost, I think Will McClay and the scouting staff have done an outstanding job, pro and college, through the draft, of acquiring players, in a short amount of time. When I first got here, I think we added maybe, eight or so guys, and maybe maybe I'm missing it by one, but and all good players. So we're excited about where we are. It certainly has changed a lot, and that credit goes to Will McClay and his staff. I mean, that is an outstanding job of. Will knows me. I know Will. We've been together for a long time. For that 7 or 8 years I was here before, and our conversations are really easy. In terms of watching a player, looking at a player. Yes, he fits this. They already know the positions, and we didn't take that for granted. We went through with the whole scouting staff when we first got together, and really went through it again with the Jones family. Hey, how has your scheme changed since the last time you were here? What's the difference? And we really talked about that in depth at each position. And the position coach did a really good job of outlining that so we could acquire the right players through free agency first and then the draft.
I want you guys to pay attention to what he said. He said Will McClay and his staff, pro and college. See, a lot of us don't understand. We look at Will McClay, and I know it's a few of us out here who know who really is the backbone of us being competitive, I would say, in the last 10 years. Let's be honest. Cowboys haven't had any Super Bowls, any NFC championship games, but we've been competitive, right? At least for the past 5 to 6 years. We've been there. We've been competitive. We've had great players. Believe it or not, the Cowboys have more all-pros than any other team in the NFL, right? So that's a testament to Will McClay, not Jerry Jones, not Stephen Jones, all right? Stephen Jones is a guy who daddy bought a football team, and you put your son in position to get accolades that he don't deserve, because sometimes he don't know what the hell, not sometimes, majority of the time, Stephen Jones don't know what the hell he's doing. If you listen to his press conferences, all he talks is fluff. He says a lot of word salad, just like his daddy, but he really doesn't know what he's doing. He's just talking. They don't know how to manage the cap. They wait till the players are at a premium to sign them instead of getting them at a lower end. And then they try to fix it to whereas it's something that is done through negotiations. No, it's not. It's stupid. It's stupid what you do. You did CeeDee Lamb, you paid him at the highest premium. You did Dak, you paid him at the highest premium when you could have got him early. And you're doing Michael Parsons the same way. But Will McClay is the engine to this Dallas Cowboys. Trust me on that. That's why they signed him. They knew if Will McClay got away, they'll be right back in the damn gutter as far as being competitive. They know. See, they get all the credit. They get all the credit. Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. Stephen Jones looking like he know what he's doing. And it's all Will McClay. It's all Will McClay. Just keep that in mind. All right, guys, this is Genesis Cowboy coming to you from Family First. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers, man. Thank you for holding on, guys, and being there with me. I'm suffering from a cold today. Yesterday was my birthday, man, and I was really bad, so I'm a little bit better today. And you can tell in my voice I'm coughing and stuff, but I'm here to bring this content to you, man, and you will see me a lot more. All right, guys, y'all stay up.